Joshua vs Franklin post-fight review. I'm just going to keep it straight 100. The fight, there's going to be some good bits I'm going to talk about and then some bad bits I'm going to talk about. Let's just go over the good bits, okay? So, as much as a lot of people wanted to see Joshua knock out Franklin, was expecting Joshua to knock out Franklin and all that kind of stuff there. One thing I will say is, look, when we talk about Joshua, like in the first round, like, you know what, actually, let's take it to the ring walk, all right? Let's take it to the ring walk. I'm going to go through the whole fight, through what I see in my his emotions. So obviously, he walked out to K-Trap, yeah, and he just looked like he's on this grease talk, you know, like, even like no interviews before the fight and all that kind of stuff. They're straight down to business. Now, he's gone into the ring, stepped forwards, facing Franklin. Franklin's coming forward, looking at Joshua. You know, that whole face-to-face, step back. You know, all that. Basically, trying to impose himself, trying to make himself intimidating. Like, yo, I mean business. Yeah, we're going to war now. First round's going to be cagey, which I expect. Okay, but Joshua clearly won the first round. There's no arguments there. He did get caught with a stiff jab that busted his nose from the first round. Anyway, we move on to the second round. So once again, Joshua sticking behind the jab. He was landing. I can't remember if he was landing a couple of right hands in the second round or the fourth round. But anytime when Joshua was landing his shots, you could clearly see he's on his toes, yeah? So he's not generated his full power into the backhands, yeah. There was a couple of shots that did land, but as much as Franklin's got a chin, I generally don't believe Joshua land a clean right hand until a little bit later on. And that's where I'm like, okay, you know what? Franklin does have a chin. But anyway, boom, we move on. So, the third round, by the way, I did give it to Franklin. Then, yeah, it was Joshua all the way. But then I'm going to be real with you. And this is where the ref is a joke. Yeah, that ref, I can't remember his name. But tell me, how can Joshua do, like, I want to say 2.5 rounds of consecutive, oh, mate, the holding, the clenching that Joshua was doing. It was a point where, like, obviously it's not that bad, but it reminds me a bit of when Klitschko versus Povetkin. Yeah, like you could clearly see that Josh was kind of like, yeah, he's got his both arms ready to hold him. Now we get it. He's a big guy trying to weigh Franklin down, put his weight on him and all that. Take the legs out, take his legs away, and all this kind of stuff there. Yeah, I could get it. It could be tactical, but how the ref has not pulled up Joshua. Yeah, but then want to complain about Franklin for a couple of, like Franklin fighting off the clinches. Don't get twisted. Later on down the line, Franklin was holding, but it seemed like the ref did not want to say nothing about Joshua. The clinching was just like on the borderline. That you have to give Joshua a warning. You have to give him a warning. Yeah, because if that been any other fighter, they would have got a warning. Or possible even a point deduction. So do that again, you're getting a point deduction. Yep. Joshua did not get no one warning. So from there you're like, mate, come on, what's going on? Anyway, boom, we move on. I want to say that Joshua from round 10, yeah, he started picking up the pace, started landing a couple of shots. Obviously Franklin was firing back and all that kind of stuff there. Yeah, but overall performance, there was quite a lot of improvements that I see from Joshua. Yeah, like, alright. I know James was telling him, to throw the 1-2 and then the left hook to the body. I know he done it later on in the fight. I want to see I'm pretty sure from round 10 onwards is when he was actually, throwing the left hook to the body, the right hand, the jab. Because the jab was effective. One thing I did like that I did see from Joshua that I'm happy about, that right hand was up. Yeah, because Joshua has always been exposed to a left hook. Yeah, throughout his career, the left hook was always the opponent's left hook is always Joshua's kryptonite. Yeah, I could talk about, obviously we go back as White, and even like Povetkin. Who else? We got obviously the Andy Ruiz, the left hook that caught him. Yeah, I know it's different. That's if they were both trading inside, but anyway, like, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple. Like I've seen Joshua get clipped with the left hook so many times. So yeah, it's good to see that right hand was up. What else can I say? Like there was quite a few things that he was doing in there. Like on his boxing element was good. Like I'm not gonna knock it. Now let me keep it 100. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, that was a rubbish performance from Joshua." Look, we have to give Franklin credit where credit is due. I've not actually got to watch full fights of Franklin. As I'm not subscribed to the Zone. And I was away in Jamaica at the time, but I've not actually seen the Dillian Whyte, the full fight, by the way. I've seen the highlights on YouTube, but I've not actually seen the full fight between Franklin and Whyte. So I couldn't really give my real opinion on Franklin. So I couldn't really give my full opinion on Franklin. I'm pretty sure I've seen him fight on Showtime once, but I would not have been paying that attention. I can't remember what. It was definitely on the undercard. I'm pretty sure I've seen him fight once, but yeah, heard of him, but yeah, never got to actually rewatch him. From what I see of him, mate, he's a durable, and to be honest with you, he will cause a lot of fringe opponents, contenders and what kind of stuff there, problems. So he turned out to be a lot more impressive than what I expected. Like I was expecting him to be a bit fast and all that kind of stuff there. But yeah, like double jab. He did have a bit of he didn't close Joshua down and all that kind of stuff there. But look, he done what he had to do. But yeah, clearly the overall winner was Joshua. That's no argument there. Now, so overall, if we're talking boxing, taking away the rounds where there was too much, like the clinching game was good once again, and I'm kind of going back over old ground. The clinching game was good, but he really needs to improve. Fighting inside the clinches was good, but it was too much that he should have got a warning, at least a warning, to continue that. But yeah, like I said, it's funny that, and even talking about that, I'll be talking about the Wardley and Kofi post-fight review, and I'll be doing a separate video about Howard Foster as well. But anyway, we'll move on with this one. So yeah, so when we kind of go from the ring walk, obviously he walked out the K-trap. Yeah, it just looked like he just made some business, not touching no gloves. Actually, prior to that, the whole no interviews before the fight. Yeah, walking into the ring, stepping over the getting in through the ropes. Gets to his corner, walks to the center of the ring to meet Franklin face on, like him a man, a brutal stare down. Franklin said, "Yo, man's here." He walked towards Joshua, letting him know I'm here. Boom, they step back. Okay, now I'm gonna keep it 100. All right. Now, me saying this, I'm not a Joshua hater, because like I said, Joshua at the heavyweight division, he has the best resume, and there's no argument about that. But I have to keep it 100. All right. Joshua that walked through the ring, yeah, that was all an act. And I'm like, when I say it was an act, or not, I don't want to say it was an act. He was trying to prove himself. Yeah, that I mean business and all this kind of stuff there. Yeah. Now to do that, to act upon that, and then to start the first round, which is understandable, like. You get what I'm saying? It's understandable, like, yeah, you're going to be a bit cagey, but I was expecting Joshua to grind. When I mean grind, I'm talking like literally give give Franklin the work. Yeah, I'm bigger than you. I'm coming to F you up. Yeah, I'm coming like, yo, I'm on the front foot. Yeah, you moved on the back foot a couple of times, and maybe because, like I said, once again, Franklin had he's a counter puncher. Like, there's a lot of things that I could say that Franklin knows. Like, what? You know what? This guy's he's a counter puncher. But the persona that Joshua was given, it was like he was trying to be that Joshua prior to Klitschko. Yeah, I'm talking about that Joshua that fought White. I'm talking about that Joshua, you know, with Kevin Johnson, Brazil, Molina, like bit like that Joshua. Yeah, it's like he's trying to come back to that before the Klitschko. Actually, I'm talking about the Joshua in round 5 of Klitschko until, you know, like Klitschko got up. Yeah. Now, Joshua as an overall boxing performance, yeah, he's done his bit. Apart from, like I said, once again, apart from that the mid rounds, but yeah, like, forget the knockout. I didn't care about the knockout. I'm gonna be real with you. I did not care about Joshua knocking out Franklin. What I wanted to see from Joshua was grinding. When I'm saying I'm talking grinding Franklin down, I wanted to see the body shots. So, like I said, I know, look, he's a big guy. He's a big guy, Joshua is, yeah? But I'm talking about like, how Errol Spence will move, yeah? Like, he's like, yo, you know what? Bro must come in and I'm grinding you. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Another thing as well, I do believe Joshua, yeah, like, I'm going to get onto the mental side of things, but yeah. Joshua, I'm gonna tell you this right now, alright? Because obviously I want to see your career longevity. Yeah, you need to take another step back. Yeah, you need to go to America. Yeah, obviously you're fighting in Texas. Yeah, fighting Texas, but go over there. Yeah, and I know this is gonna be mad me saying this. Yeah. But he needs to fight he needs to go and fight like a Chris Arreola, yeah. Now I know a lot of people go, Chris Arreola, blah 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 blah. Listen, Chris Arreola gave Andy Ruiz a fight. I don't think he's fought since then, so yeah, he might be not in the best shape. But all right, then if not Chris Arreola, then like a Gerald Washington. A lot of people will be like, what, Gerald Washington that knocked out Deontay Wilder knocked out? Yep. Gerald Washington, who got knocked out by Deontay Wilder, and to be honest, he actually was winning the rounds before he got knocked out by Wilder. And on top of that as well, the same Deontay Wilder that knocked out Robert Helenius is the same Gerald Washington also knocked out Helenius. So yeah, he needs to take a step back. To a point, he needs to fight in America as well. Fight one of those guys, because even like Pharmacy Miller, yeah, of course he would love that fight, yeah, but depending on the guy's cleaning away. But like, even like any of these kind of like these top guys right now, Joshua is there for the taking. He needs that build up, the same build up that Mike Tyson had, the same build up that Lennox had. You know, like I said, you're coming from all these defeats. Yeah, and Eddie Hearn's like, Joshua is a guy that will say yes to everything. He wants to fight everyone. Like I said, he even said in the post-fight interview, right? Yeah, like, you know, Fury, we're not getting any younger and all this kind of stuff there. Now, if Joshua's only doing this for the money, yeah, and he don't really care about the legacy thing and all that kind of stuff there, then you know what, crack on with what you're doing. Yeah, but looking at what I saw from Joshua in yesterday, Joshua is far from his peak. He is not hit his ceiling. The guy's got so much potential, but he needs a couple of, like, I thought 2 fights will do it for Joshua. Now he needs a couple, maybe even 3 fights before even looking at, and I know it's mad, before even looking at a Deontay Wilder and all them kind of guys there. Yeah. He needs a good 3 fights this year. Yeah, he's had this one. He needs another 3 more. Yeah, go do a Washington, do a Areola. Work on some stuff. Work with Derek James. Yeah, because right now, look, I want fighters to be at their physical peak, their best. Basically being at their best that they can provide. That Joshua that we saw yesterday, even though there was quite a few things that you could clearly see he's been working on, he stands no chance against Fury, Wilder, Joyce. Yeah, even that Joshua would have got busted up by Filip Hrgović, Michael Hunter, Martin Bakoli. I know I'm saying, like, maybe another thing as well. Like, he needs a couple of fights before getting in there, gets in the big guys. Now, obviously, shout out to Spencer Fearon, he's my guy. When it comes to boxing, the guy knows it. The guy knows his boxing. But you know when you got pressures like obviously where Spencer saying that, look, if you don't knock him out in 7 rounds, you need to retire. Like, I know he not backtracked, but he just said like, I saw him on the IFL anyway. He said something in regards to like, but he did see some improvements and that kind of stuff. Joshua, and then this is me just being 100. The pressure of him, he needed to knock out Franklin. Even though I predicted him to knock out Franklin within round 7 to 9. But I said like I didn't really care about the knockout. I just cared about him grinding and working, like built like battering man up, beating man up, like bullying man and all that kind of stuff. That's what I want to see from Joshua. Obviously you got people like Johnny Nelson as well that's saying about, he lost it all and all that. Look, let's be real. Johnny Nelson as well, because he's another one that like great cruiserweight champion and all that kind of stuff there, but he's another one. That same Johnny Nelson that lost how many fights before he started his career? Should he just continue being a journeyman? That same Johnny Nelson that said James Tennyson, what punches harder or could beat Gervonta Davis? That same Johnny Nelson who says, you know what, I'm not even going to get on make it Johnny Nelson. I'll do a separate video about that. But people like Johnny Nelson, because Joshua's not a Sky man, he's not a Sky no more, I'm 99.9% sure he will not make these comments that he has made to Joshua if he was fighting on Sky. And that's just keeping it 100. That's just keeping it 100. So some of these guys out here, there's obviously some other YouTubers, like who don't know what they're talking about boxing. Obviously I'm not gonna call out names and all that because I don't like, before people say, oh, you're clout chasing. So if you know, there's a couple of people out there that should know better. Like criticizing Franklin, saying about Joshua ain't got the will and all this kind of stuff there. Look, as much as some things what you say is true, you have to keep it 100. Saying it's a terrible performance shows me your knowledge on the sport. That's what I will say. Now, let me get on to the bad bits once again about Joshua. Joshua, you just need to be yourself. Quit the bad boy act. And this is me, like, whether you're trying to do it, it's two things in it. Whether you're trying to do it to prove yourself something or trying to reignite something that you once who you once were, or whether you're trying to do it to show your opponent that you mean business. It's one or the other. Look, man's gonna keep it 100. Quit that. I want, like, if you're gonna go back to being that kind of guy and all that kind of stuff there, where you've been rushed your whole career, you should not have gone for that world title. Even back then I said that, it wasn't smart. But anyway, he went for the world title. A lot of things were going his way. He did not have the chance to build the correct way. But having that persona that you come in the ring with, and I'm gonna be real, the way you moved when you walked into that ring, the way you squared off to Jermaine Franklin, I'm expecting a knockout. yeah, if we're gonna go by energy, yeah, and this is where I feel like maybe people do get onto Joshua, yeah, the energy that Joshua put out there in the ring is like he means business. Whoa, boy, we're going to war. To then go on points and clinching and all this kind of stuff there. This is where I'm like, right, you know what? Cut that out. Be your new, like I said, be business, be about business and all this kind of stuff there. But yeah, all of that kind of like, yeah, it's not needed. And that's just being real. The stuff after the fight as well. If you have like, obviously, like, okay, once again, like I've done sparring and there's certain people that, do get on, who do rub me the wrong way and all that kind of stuff there. So I kind of get that where you're coming from with that, but once again, and I have to keep it 100. Whatever you could do all of that, you should have finished man off in that. You should have finished him off in that ring. That's what you should have done. Yeah, because that means you had more energy. That more energy. Yeah, you should have done your business and you should have dealt with him, knocked him out. Yeah, to go, like I said, based on just what I'm saying is based on that, the persona that like coming with the whole Mike Tyson mindset and all that kind of stuff there. Yeah, fans would say, yeah, I'm expecting a knockout. Yeah, so yeah, just look, be yourself. And if people around him and all that kind of stuff there, mate, be yourself. Yeah, because in between the rounds, like, I don't want to say you look anxious, but yeah, like, yeah, it was different. It was, like I said, it was a different energy. It was a different energy that he was putting out there. So, but once again, like I said, I'm a guy who does sparring in gyms and all that kind of stuff there. Like, I've never fought in front of 20,000 people or like 90,000 people and all that kind of stuff there, 80,000 people. So it's different anxious, and yeah, I could just imagine. Like, obviously, gym sparring is completely different to, or yeah, if you're doing it, yeah, you're getting into certain wars in the gyms and that. It's completely different to under the lights. So you have to respect that. But yeah, man, I'll just say with Joshua, just be yourself. When you're yourself, you don't need to prove nothing. But one thing I will say as well, yeah, talking about when it comes to these, I don't know, I'm gonna get onto them. The Talk Sport crew, yeah, all right. So, like, okay, Simon Jordan, the guy don't know nothing about boxing, and yeah, well, this week he's had a bit of for the past 2 weeks, you can clearly see his knowledge of the sport is pathetic. But even like the likes of Adam Catchell. Now, Adam Catchell is a guy that, yeah, he was talking about, I'm expecting Joshua to knock out Franklin and this kind of stuff there. Now, once again, I've not really done that much homework on Franklin. Yeah, just obviously like I said, the highlights, but I haven't seen him in a fight and all that kind of stuff there. But to say that, oh yeah, fighting Franklin, then obviously even that whole Dylan White, gonna go fight Dylan White next. Like, now it's kind of what. See, it's hard because obviously these guys met, like I said, these guys have possibly never laced up a pair of gloves, so the views are different. Now, someone like Dylan White, and I'm gonna say this now, Dylan White is a different character to Joshua. Yeah, Dylan White has got, like, like I said, Joshua's got heart, but Dylan White's got heart. Dylan White could get knocked out in one fight and come back. Prime example, I'm gonna say this, yeah? Prime example. Okay. When Joshua got knocked out by Andy Ruiz, yeah? What did Joshua do in the rematch? Joshua was on the back foot of not engaging, yeah? When Dylan White got sparked out clean by Povetkin, what did Dylan White do? Dylan White said, F it, I'm taking a fight to him. Yeah, it's two different characters. So even at someone like when I hear like even Dillian Whyte, yeah, I'm like, Dillian Whyte is he's built completely different to Joshua. Yeah. So, is Joshua gun shy? Yes. And another thing as well, I'm going to say this as well. What I want Joshua, people are not going to like me when I say this. Joshua needs to get knocked down again. Yeah? He needs to get knocked down again. And this is why, because I believe, this is where I would say it's more the Andy Ruiz fight. When Joshua got knocked down in the Andy Ruiz fight, he felt something you clearly see he's not felt before. Yeah. When he got knocked down in Klitschko, a lot of it was fatigue. He still got up, but it was a lot of it was fatigue. But the Ruiz fight, he's not. He needs to go through that under the spotlights again, and that's what I said. If he takes a step back, yeah. And obviously it's not going to be good if he gets knocked down by like a nobody, but like building that confidence, and then if he gets knocked down again, it's like, yeah, you know what, I've been here before. I've been here. I know this experience. I can do this. That is what would tell me what Joshua's about. So, yeah. Like I said, I don't know what really else to say about that, but Joshua just needs to he needs to go a couple of levels below and give the guy time. Unless Eddie Hearn is just trying to cash Joshua out and say, you know what, the guy's finished, let's just cash him out. But I can tell you right now, Joshua gonna go against Fury. He stands no chance. And another reason why I will say that, Derek James, you can clearly see he's improved a lot with Derek James, but once again, you going in against Fury, tell you this for a fact, Fury, even though he's not as mobile as he was before, it's not going to look good. That's what I will say. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on the fight. Wow, she's been talking for that's a lot talking. Yeah, anyway, you know what, I'm going to cut it now. So please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and it's Elijah Fun, and I'm out. Peace.